Hey everyone, welcome to part 2 of my trip. In this video I'm gonna do a voiceover, so let me know if you think it's good or not for future videos.
Music just turns me on.
So here we were on our way to Tapum. It is where there's a temple with the big tall trees growing on it. Unfortunately my camera's battery died and it's only at the end that I remembered I had another small camera with me. But not filming actually allowed me to enjoy the visit, and it turned out to be one of my favorite temples. So next, we were on our way to Tapum, but we first stopped at the Cambodia Landmine Museum. It was a last-minute plan because I wanted to at least see something else rather than just temples, and since it was on our way to Tapum, it was the perfect timing. Personally, I enjoyed the short visit since it reminded me about the case in Laos a lot. I've read a lot about unexploded ordonnances in Laos, and there at the museum I was able to read about the Cambodian case, which happened pretty much around the same time as Laos, which is the Vietnam War era. So for those who has no idea about this topic, there are still a lot of unexploded ordinances in Laos and Cambodia today, which not only yields the development of each country, but also still injures and kills many innocent people. Most of these bombs were dropped by the Americans during the Vietnam War because of the Ho Chi Minh Trail, where Viet Cong would move from one point to another, and that trail would pass through Laos and Cambodia. This is only one of the reasons why Americans would drop bombs on both countries. If you would like to know more about it, you can either search The Secret War on Google. It will explain about the war that occurred in Laos. Or there's also one NGO in America. They are called Legacies of War. Their website has a lot of description and they will talk about it, like a quick summary history about the Secret War. And yeah, if I were to explain the whole thing here, I need to make another video just for that. But I think that so far I've mentioned the main idea. So yeah, if you want to know more about it, I'll write down keywords in the description box below and you can search it up on Google. One thing I retained from my visit is the tactics behind each type of bombs. Most bombs were the type that would injure the opponents only, rather than killing them, because the thinking behind it was that if the bomb kills a soldier, their comrades could just leave the body there. Whereas if the bomb injures only, their comrades would have to take care of the victim, which means that they would be slowed down. So yeah, it was definitely something that I enjoyed. I recommend the museum if war history is something that interests you, and yeah. So after about 30 minutes, 45 minutes at the museum, we went to Bante Sere. I don't know why I don't have any footage of that temple, but if I remember well, it wasn't that big, and yeah, it was alright. As I said, Tapum was definitely my favorite temple of all. So yeah. After Bante Sere, we went back to Siem, and on the way we stopped at the street vendor. I got some shrimp cakes and fried battered bananas. It was good, especially the fried banana. I usually don't like this, but I really like that one. And then we got Khmer food, fish almok and beef loklak, which were the first Cambodian dish I had since arriving in Siem Reap. And then we went to a modern temple in the city because Actually, I was changing hostel, but the rooms weren't ready yet, so the tuk-tuk driver took me to a nearby temple to visit, and it was really interesting. It was beautiful, really beautiful actually, and it's definitely different from the old Angkor Wat temples and all. After finally getting my room at the hostel, we stopped by one of the killing fields of Cambodia. This one is a small one. And then some random dude just started talking to us, as you can hear.
Check out eugenics.
Yeah.
EUGENICS. Their water, food supply, vaccines, the media is nothing but government propaganda. After 9/11, everybody should know that. How can a plane simply melt into a building? It goes not only against basic physics, but basic common sense. There should have been an impact, bang, explosion. But you watch a plane going with no resistance. It's so retarded that people would believe it was bad computer graphics, not even good. People say, oh, I saw it on TV. I said, yeah, did you see Jurassic Park? There was dinosaurs walking the streets. See any dinosaurs around? And at least Jurassic Park, it was good graphics. This is bad graphics, and people still believe that crap. I mean, look.
Random dude aside, the famous killing field is in Phnom Penh, but this one is, you know, they have many killing field, and this one was one of those of them. It was interesting. It was on our way to our next destination, which was Phnom Penh. So it was a good 30-minute reading, and I thought it was interesting because, again, the war history is something that really interests me. And then at Phnom Penh, I saw an elephant for the very first time. I was so happy. I've always wanted to see an elephant, and I don't know this elephant's situation. Maybe I hope it's well treated, but yeah, I didn't ride it though. So after we went up to Phnom Penh for the temple, because only 300 people are allowed on it, so we kind of hurried. Not hurried, but kind of. But then when we got up there, we continued our way first to see at the bottom of the temple first. But then when we came back, there was a long line, but thankfully it wasn't as long as you can see on the video yet. So we were able to be there, but we still waited 1 hour. Waited almost an hour just to get up here, because there's a limit of 300 people, and then there's fucking Chinese people. I'm sorry for saying fucking, but they were trying to get ahead of me. They were pushing my back. I mean, hey, we're all waiting. But anyway. Hey. Look, all the people. That's why we were all waiting. The reason why we were waiting. So as I said, everyone was waiting for the sunset. Yeah, so actually we waited an hour and no one was coming down, and that's the reason why everyone was staying up there for the sunset. So yeah, smart people. And then when it was closing time, there was a line to go down. Kinda ironic. And then went back to Siem, and it was the last time I was seeing my tuk-tuk driver. I went to Pub Street to get some dinner. I got some Mexican food. I really just wanted Western food, and Siem Reap is full of Western food restaurants, so I took advantage of it. At least I did try a few Cambodian dish, right? So yeah, I think for the rest of this vlog, I'm just gonna let the images speak for itself. with a few random notes here and there. And I'll leave you with some background music. Enjoy the rest of the video. If you have any question, please comment below, and if you haven't already, please subscribe, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the video without my voiceover. And yeah, thanks for watching. I feel like Cambodians know better how to use a roundabout. Like it flows perfectly. No one's stopping. That's how it's supposed to be done.